All right, baby, and we're live with another N85 podcast. I am joined from a fellow Naf brother right here, my boy T Money 5. What's up, brother?
What's good, my boy?
The first black man on the podcast, brother. You're the Obama of the fucking N85 right now, bro. We going crazy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, bro. I want to get you on because, bro, we've been seeing each other at out on the Naf, right? We be on the fucking bars. We be yesterday. Yesterday, I literally saw this man at bowling, right? I was out bowling with the homies and shit. We were going crazy. You know, if you're a long time listener to the podcast, you know that, bro. We be going out and shit. We be going wild.
Them boys be getting lit.
Yeah, I mean, you saw it firsthand yesterday, right?
Every time they turn it up.
We were going with shots after shots after shots, bro. And especially where we go, bro, that we know the managers, so they give us a bunch of fucking, like, free drinks and all that.
Yeah, most definitely.
We love it. But I keep seeing him out, and he keeps coming up to me like, yo, let me get on the pod, let me get on the pod. And then, you know, I respect that whenever people are like, yo, come on, bro, I'll bring it and everything like that. I'm like, all right, let's go, bro. And then I had no guest today. I was going to do this by myself, but I was like, hey, you know what? Fuck it, bro. Let's roll because, you know, we're from the same place. So I know that we can relate to a bunch of shit, you know what I'm saying? We're from the North. If you don't know what the NOF is, explain it to all the viewers at home.
What the NOF is.
Yeah, in your own definition, what is the NOF? Because I've been asked that before. Like, I always say the NOF. Like, that's where we from. In your definition, what is the NOF?
Really, the NOF really is like, specifically, regardless of the region or location, the NOF is the North. The part of wherever you're from, it's just the North side. The North side, the North, same thing. The Migos really started the North.
Yeah, that ass, right?
3400 North, Lawrenceville, basically.
Yeah. So it's like a whole area. It's like North Atlanta, basically.
It's
where
basically
like,
Gwinnett.
Yeah, Gwinnett.
It's Gwinnett, excluding like the northern regions of Gwinnett.
The rich,
it's like,
Gwinnett, the rich places.
It's like the Hispanic part, the browner demographic of Gwinnett is the North.
It's where all like the black and the brown community meet and, you know, live in harmony.
Harmony.
Yeah, harmony. We hope, you know, most of the time and shit like that.
That's what the North is.
It's different from Atlanta, right? It's like, because a lot of people claim both sides that aren't, you know what I'm saying? So some people will be like, yo, where you from? You know what I'm saying? And you'll be like, oh, I'm from Atlanta. Like, no, you're from Gwinnett. That's what the Migos got in trouble for that a lot back in the day, right? They'll be like, they'll hit them with the interview like, oh, where you from? And yeah, I'm from Atlanta. But if you're actually from here, you'll know that they're, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when you from the North and versus being from Atlanta, like, everything is pretty much the same. I mean, the language is the same, the lingo is the same, the way we dress is the same. It's just people that's from Atlanta, like, Atlanta is different from the suburban. Even though it's a residential areas in Atlanta, it's still suburbs and lower income.
Yeah.
So Atlanta is like, it's not really the best as far as like, there's certain parts, it's certain parts of every place where it's good, but most of Atlanta is filled with crime and, you know, poverty, unfortunately.
You know, in your own eyes, do you think it's important, like, say you have like kids and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is it important where you raise your kids, like the location of your, you know, where you're raising your family and shit like that, you know, how they're going to grow up to be? Because I was just talking to my homie earlier. I was like, I'm technically like a statistical improbability because all the people that I hung out with when we were youngins, bro, they all went down a bad route. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we all from the North. They're either in jail, drug addicted, or fucking dead, bro. I have a lot of people that I know that are fucking dead now and shit like that. Yeah. And I didn't go down that route. I decided like, yo, I care about my life. I actually care about shit. You know what I'm saying? I care about my grades. I care about my family. I care about building something for my future. Yeah. So I didn't go down that route. So, you know what I'm saying? So in your eyes, is it important, you know what I'm saying, to like plant yourself in a location where you have a better, you know, I guess, shot at life?
Oh, yeah, definitely, of course. Especially with children. Children are so easily influenced.
Yeah.
And, can be swayed by influences and different people and celebrities and people that have no idea intentions. They just don't. They're naive to things that adults know about. Mm-hmm. And so as an adult, you know, you have a little bit more fortitude when it comes to being influenced by your environment or your peers or anyone. Because, I mean, you're really stuck in your ways. But as a kid, like, it's really you have no choice where you raised up at. You know, it's up
It's
to
the
your
it's
parents.
the hand you're dealt. You know what I'm saying? And you
Yeah,
just got
it's
to make the
like
best of it.
if you there, you there. Like that's a lot of people don't understand. You know, lower income areas and how people interact in those areas, and versus where Jared and Johnny live.
Yeah,
And
Alpharetta, where we at right now?
Alpharetta, where you can leave your door on, like you can leave your door open all night. The raccoon ain't even gonna come in. So
And it's crazy how like people in that area and kids like it's so foreign to them. Like, wait, what do you mean? Like somebody could just come in like my fucking house and rob my shit at any moment? You mean that you guys have to fucking be like at on guard like 24/7? Cause
on guard.
bro, even like back in school, right?
Yeah.
I feel like kids nowadays are actually really fucking soft, bro. Back
Yeah.
in my days, in our days when we were like freshmen and shit, bro. I don't know if you remember, but at Berkmar, it was 7 a.m., bro. Freshman, the first week of school, we saw like 3 fucking fights going down that day, bro. People just fucking boom, boom, boom. And it's because, bro, back like the way we were raised, it was just like, yo, you talk shit, bro. Like that's the North ass shit, right? You talk shit, bro. Let's go, bro. It don't matter where the fuck we
Yeah.
at. It don't matter like
Literally.
what's
That's
going on.
exactly how it was in the North.
Bro, I had some fucking homies. They were outside of school, right? I think they were like skipping or some shit, and they were in front of the McDonald's right next to
Yeah.
Berkmar, right? And then some dudes that also went to our school, like jumped his ass and took his fucking phone and took his shit.
Yeah.
And then so, you know that you got to get them back. So then the next day, he got his homies, and they caught up to him in the fucking lunchroom, put up like 10 deep. They fucking got his ass and shit like
Whooped
that.
his ass.
They whooped like him and his homie's ass. I was like, damn, bro. See, personally, for me, I would not have done that. I guess that might be like the right thing to do, like the code to like, not the code to the street, but like, you know what I'm saying, like just shit that like this is how we get even type shit.
And with me, did when the first initial conflict happened, did he get jumped or the person just got his ass kicked?
No, he got jumped. It was 2v1. So my homie was out like just walking and shit. The dudes pulled up on him, jumped him together, and took his phone and shit.
Okay,
whatever.
yeah, no, that's fair game then. I don't agree with jumping. I don't like
Yeah,
that
I mean,
shit.
either. I think that's some hoe
But
ass
if
shit.
you
There's no
jump
point in that.
somebody, are we jumping y'all back? It's
I feel
only
like-
fair.
So I think there's certain instances where maybe jumping would be cool. So say like a guy put his hand on a girl that's like in your section. Like I have a whole group and one of my homegirls is there, and the dude like fucking either push her or disrespects her. You getting jumped, bruh. On God, I think that's probably one of the few instances where like okay maybe I see that, but like on some hoe ass shit where you just like robbing someone, like you know what I'm saying. But they ended up getting back. You know
With the scenario you just said, I think it's not a good idea to jump somebody that do some stuff like that in the section, specifically because like bro, it's the real world. It's not no movie shit, bro. Like I'm not about to go to jail. I gotta work tomorrow, bro.
There's consequences,
There's
right?
consequences to that shit, bro. And it's just you gotta weigh that shit, like And it depends. It really depends. Like some girls might get drunk and do some nut shit. Smack a guy or put their hands on a guy. And I'm not saying that because I mean, in my opinion, as a man, like if you put your hands on a girl, like you're not really a man.
Yeah,
bro.
you're
like,
hoe.
you tripping.
Yeah.
And so it really depends on the situation because don't get me wrong, I can understand it. If you keep hitting somebody, you can don't expect for nothing to happen back.
Mm-hmm.
But me, like knowing how I am and what I got to do tomorrow, and knowing I got responsibilities and people who need me to do certain things, we might not jump them. It might be one person out the group who's designated to get down on him, but
No cap.
sometimes we might have to check them. Sometimes we might have to intimidate them. But if it gets to a certain point, we gotta wait. We gotta go outside and handle business and get out of there, so we don't face no consequences.
Did you get into any fights at school?
I got into one fight at school.
Oh,
actually,
really?
In high school.
How'd that go down, bro?
Freshman year. I'm not a fighter, bro. I'm.
You know what I
anybody who
mean
know
either, bro. But I never shied away from it. You feel me?
yeah,
I
no.
never started. I
just
never.
art.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm not a fighter. I'm more of a joke type of guy.
Yeah,
I make
same.
people laugh. But
That's why I fucked with you in high school, bro. Because you were literally the like the jokester. You know what I'm
The
saying? You were
jokester.
cool. Everybody.
I was
like,
still smart too, though. I was
Yeah.
always like, even me and you had you have honors.
Yeah.
Honors, Mr. I
Gifted.
forgot his name. Yeah, gifted.
yeah.
I definitely was more on the intelligence side, so I picked my fights wisely, and I wiggled out of situations where I might have had to fight, but I, use my charm and like that to
Yeah, talk your way out of it.
talk my way out of it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Just like I'm really not a fighter, but I remember freshman year, even to add on to what you said, freshman year, Berkmar High School was totally different because it was before the split,
when the Meadow Creek kids
and
came over.
Discovery.
So
and
if you don't know about that, it's like a local thing, right? Where we have, I'm sure everybody has it, where you have two rival schools and shit like that. So a fucking crazy thing that happened, like during our high school year, was that there's a new school that was being built. So they divided up like the what's it called, like the region, the section.
Regions, yeah, basically.
Yeah, like
The school zones.
School zones, that's what it is. The school zones into like whole different things. So now, like a lot of the kids from the rivalry school that was kind of like near us and shit, was a couple miles away. Some of them were coming to our school now. So then shit was getting weird, bro.
Shit was
Like
getting wicked.
yeah, people did not fuck with each other and shit like
It
that.
was
So
before the split, and so I remember around that time, and it was totally different, and it was just harsh. It was a little bit more harsh. It was a little bit more negative. It wasn't, a positive, thing back then. A lot of times we used to roast. We'd roast you,
oh hell yeah.
and
Yo, you can't roast, bro. If you can't take a roast, I don't fuck with you, bro.
You gotta sit at the nerdy table.
You gotta sit by yourself, bro.
You gotta sit with the, you gotta go on silent lunch. You gotta go be quiet because, if you come sit at this table, you're gonna get roasted.
Yeah, but it's like the thing is, it's all out of love, bro.
Yeah,
like that's how you know you fuck with him. If you can take a joke, if you can fucking talk about your appearance and shit, and you still like all laugh it off, that's when you know you're cool. That's part of the culture.
It shows
you know what I'm saying?
strength.
Yeah,
it shows strength. It shows resilience when you can do that.
Mhm.
And, so one day, it's the same bickering, the usual lunch bicker.
yeah.
And I usually get on one guy a little bit more. Just no particular reason. I don't have any, problems with him or frustrations with him. But, it was just one guy I was just picking on more that day.
Oh.
And I guess one day he was just fed up with it.
Yeah, you set him off, bro.
And so, some instigation here, some instigation there. And now it's like, you know how it goes. Like, oh, now you got to fight or you a bitch.
Oh.
And so I'm like, so they say that line. It's like, I'm a freshman, bro.
And was this at lunch? Like
this was at lunch.
Oh,
this
God.
was 100% at lunch.
And this gets even worse because all your peers are watching, bro. All the shotties are there.
Everyone's watching.
Like, yeah.
It wasn't even a lot of shorties at the table. It was really just me and the guys. But word spread fast in high school freshman year. Like, video. And somebody going to be recording all this.
100%.
So,
I was that guy.
This is the age of social media. It's going to be all over Instagram. It's going to be all over Kick. It's going to be everywhere.
The Kick, yeah.
It's going to be everywhere.
The Vines, bro.
And so, after that specific dialogue had taken place, it was on go. We had to go. We was right there in the freshman hallway, right there where the door is open in the front of the building. That bathroom right there. In there 20 deep, 20, 30 deep.
Damn, son.
And, I ain't gonna say his name because I still, follow. We don't talk, but I still got him on social media.
Yeah, okay,
so,
yeah. It'd be like that.
So, yeah, we fought. I won.
Oh.
I was the first fight. I ended up winning the fight. But it was a bunch of wrestling and hitting going on. There's really no winner. There's obviously a winner to a fight. But, like, long as you fought, bro, where I'm from, long as you fight, like.
Respect. That's
you
it.
get
You
respect.
Yeah. Like,
you're fighting for your respect. Yeah. That's what both of us
as long as you don't get knocked the fuck out, bro.
Yeah, even if you get knocked out, it's a fight, bro. Like, you might get killed in a fight.
The thing is, you'll get roasted, though.
You're going to get roasted. But and I bet you they ain't going to fight you.
That is true.
Because you fought. They know you got the heart to fight. So, yeah, I got into a fight, man.
My little brother, dude, he still made it in time for, like, if they had a beef, they're gonna settle it. The only problem with him, right? So I'm a nice 5'11", you know what I'm saying? My other brother, he's also the same height as me, 5'11", and he's like 6 years younger than me. But my youngest brother, he was like kind of like the runt.
Yeah.
This man is like way shorter than us, way smaller than us. Exactly. So he didn't have like the physical capabilities that we have. So whenever he got like picked on, he never shied away from the fight. But he did end up getting like, he ended up getting hit more, you know what I'm saying?
Roughed up.
But that was kind of like a blessing in disguise because now he'll for real fuck you up though. He learned from those like, experiences and shit like that.
Those L's. Lessons. That's what they was.
Yeah.
Lessons.
And now he's not scared of nobody, but now he'll be like, all right, bro, you want to fucking hood? Let's go, bro. He's on go time. So I respect that and shit like that.
Hell yeah, that's respect.
But speaking of school, there's this thing that I was talking about with a homie earlier, and I want to get your take on it.
Okay.
So, do you remember all the fucking nostalgia and all that cool shit that you got from like elementary school when you were in recess or in field day? You know what I'm saying? Where you saw the
course.
whole like everybody there.
The
You know
whole
what I'm saying?
school came out.
Dude, it was so much fun. But I was telling my homie, I was like, imagine we had that like in high school. What shit would have been like? Now, do you think it would have been a good thing, or you think it would have been a bad thing?
It wouldn't have worked. in
And why
high
do you
school.
think so?
I mean, people got cars, bro. Like, if we have a field day, people gonna be smoking. People
Yo,
gonna
I'm
be
dead.
off pills, off X pills, and
You really think our high school is like
they're
this,
gonna be
bro?
back there. Somebody gonna be back there getting some neck.
Yeah, okay, that would.
You already
You
know it's
already
gonna
know.
be going down, especially at Berkmar. Like, what? Come on, no. They
Nah, well,
never-
okay, so this is what I said. I thought that it was a good idea. I think that they should have implemented like they probably would have not called it recess, but like a time where it was structured like lunchtime where you get to all go out.
socialize.
Yeah, cause I don't know if you've seen, but like maybe in the movies you sometimes see it, but like movies that are based in like California and shit like that,
Yeah.
their schools are all like outdoor based kind of vibe. So whenever like they're in between classes,
That's
like
some Zoe 101 shit right there.
yeah, that's what it's like, right? They're chilling by a tree, like all of them. There's some kids playing guitar, like
Yeah.
they're all hanging
Just
out, sitting
kicking
down
shit,
in the
bro.
grass.
Just-
I think that's just so awesome. Like it helps build like I guess friend groups, but also like what I'm saying, you get to socialize with other people that you normally wouldn't have, or what I'm saying.
it mingles people that under normal circumstances wouldn't
Wouldn't
have
have, yeah.
mingled.
Yeah, cause dude, I think back on school, I'm like, damn, our school especially, everything was indoors. You never see the outside. Like
You
you
never
see
see the
barely going
outside.
from C building to fucking
Yeah.
inside, but like it kind of sometimes feels like a prison. It sometimes feel like
It is. It's institutionalized, just like a prison.
yeah, and you
Yeah.
just feel like shit. You're like, damn, like I have to go to this. But I feel like things like that would have made you want to, what I'm saying, not made you want to go to school, but made it like
Incentivized
easier.
socializing, and you want to go to school because you want to see your friends, and
yeah.
like y'all good at math, so it's math groups. The same thing you see in like anime and cartoons. And
Yeah,
shit. Just-
like the groups build and shit, like
just
right.
group
All the
building,
goths,
group
all the
building.
hipsters, the
yeah,
athletes.
that made
everything.
people want to go to school. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I want to go to school to hang out with my friends, even if we can all skip together. You still want to go to your mind? You're not gonna skip every. I didn't skip every day. I
Yeah.
skipped sometimes.
I did too.
I was gonna skip inevitably.
yeah,
But
yeah.
my friends was like, "Nah, let's not skip today.
Uh,
Okay, let's go to class. Okay, let's focus on our grades."
Well, see,
Okay.
I was always scared of consequences, but that's one thing I've always had for me is like, I had it built in me that I was like, I don't want to get in trouble, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
You're a
maybe
good
that's
kid.
part of the reason. Yeah, that's part of the reason why I didn't go down that bad route. I just had that shit instilled in me, like
Yeah,
bad shit comes with consequences. And shit
I mean,
like that.
everybody doesn't have that. It's like a safe switch, like a stop switch. Like, oh, I probably shouldn't do that.
Mhm.
Oh shit, I probably shouldn't do that. It's just it's kind of tied into your intelligence as well. Like, you intelligent enough. God gave you that gift to like not make dumb decisions. Like,
Yeah.
to think like, oh, I probably shouldn't do that.
Dude, in the last podcast, we kind of spoke on this. I had said that, parents should analyze their kids and be like, yo, does my fucking kid got it, bruh? Is this man like,
Definitely.
can I trust them to, go out and just like, like
and live life?
live life? Or do I
with
have
my
to
last
fucking,
name?
yeah, or do I have to fucking like shelter them a little more because they probably don't got that, like, common sense and shit like that. My brother, like, he called me. He's like, yo, I just listened to the podcast and shit. He's like, yo, I thought when you were talking about that, you were gonna call my ass out and be like, yeah, my little brother, he don't got it, bro. I was like, nah, chill, bro. We probably do got it, bro. Because if
No,
not,
yeah.
you'd be no.
Everybody don't have it, and some people, what I realized, some people need to learn the hard way. And it's unfortunate because I'm not that type of person. I was growing up with an OG telling me, I'm not a OG like on some gang shit.
Yeah.
Just an older person who
A
knows
wiser
more.
person, yeah.
And he would just tell me certain things, and that would keep me out of trouble most of the times. Like, even sometimes, like even now, I'm 23, about to be 23, and when I feel like I'm about to make a decision that I'm conscious about, like, I'm like, okay, like I probably, on the edge about, I call him and, he gives me like, okay, you probably shouldn't do that. You probably should do that. And that saves you a lot of the time, bro, because, and sometimes some people aren't like me though, like to where they can hear that information and process it to like, okay, okay, I'm not gonna make this decision.
Yeah,
because
actually
of that
implement
information.
that.
Yeah, some people hear that and be like,
Boom, it goes out the other ear.
let's go, we still going.
Yeah.
And those people, honestly, bro, it's unfortunate because sometimes it be like, oh, this kid was a good kid, and when they shot the party up, they hit the only good kid. And it's just like some people, it just takes, you know, not all the mistakes you make is gonna be able to be, you know, it's gonna be a valuable lesson taught. Sometimes that lesson might just be you dying and all the other people in the party learning that lesson.
Oh yeah,
Like, damn,
an
like,
example
you
out of
made
somebody.
an example
An
out
unfortunate
of
example.
an
out of somebody.
unfortunate example. Like any of them people could have got hit. If
Like take off, bro. Like that's the fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From the North, like that's one of the local shit that we go to. Like he just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time.
was
He got in the
he
crossfire.
wasn't even at the wrong place at the wrong time. It shouldn't have even have been happening, bro.
Right.
This was the wrong place in general. He was at the wrong place. He was existing in the wrong realm, bro. He shouldn't even have been there. He shouldn't even have been hanging out with these folks. He a millionaire. His net worth was $27 million.
Yeah.
Unless there was $1 million in the pot, he shouldn't have been there.
Well, they were shooting nice, bro. Definitely not for $1 million though.
Bro, he should have been somewhere in Vegas.
Yeah.
He should have seen them and been like, hey, yeah, I'm about to be in the car. Me and Shorty, we about to be in the car rolling up. We about to be in the car sparking up. Hey, we finna go over here real quick, bro. Matter of fact, hey, you come over here with me. We finna be over here.
Yeah.
I ain't even playing dice. I'm not even finna be over here. And unfortunately, some lessons is lessons for not only you. Unfortunately, you learned the lesson too late, you know. But some lessons could be for the people that's surrounding you too.
See, on that topic, the gun topic is a really like interesting thing for me, right? Because we were we were talking about the before the podcast started about, you know, where I live. I feel so safe here, bro. I fucking love it here. That's why I pay a lot of money to live here.
Yeah.
And like, I was talking to my roommate actually. I was like, hey, how would you feel like if, you know, I have a gun like in the house and shit like that? You know, would that give you anxiety? You know, because I want to be like transparent with them. You know what I'm saying? I don't want, you know, the people that I'm living with to feel at edge. You know what I'm saying? If it's that's a thing that bothers them, you know what I'm saying, then that's gonna be a conversation to be had and shit like that.
Right there.
But I feel good about where I live to where I don't have to have a gun, but I'm not opposed to having one. You know what I'm saying? You know, is it true? I think I saw your stories. Did you go out in the range shooting some guns, or am I tripping?
I'm a gun
Was
collector.
that you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you fuck with them, bro?
Yeah. My take on guns, and not just for you, but in general, people who young like us and have the opportunity and the, you know, finances to buy some protection. It's just like buying a car alarm or a house alarm. It's like a body alarm. It's a tool. It's like having a tool. It's like having a screwdriver for when you need a screwdriver.
Right.
It's like, you know, because like, believe it or not, I have my gun on me right now.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell, but it's on me.
Yeah.
And it's not because I don't trust you.
No, yeah.
It's not because I'm not safe in this area. This is a safer area than I live in.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a tool that I'd rather have it and not have to use it.
Yeah,
than
that's
need
the
it
yeah.
and not have it. Like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm in a situation like this. I got a story like that later we gonna get on to. But you know, I think anybody, and especially, it's just the environment we live in and the state we live in. They passed a law. I don't know if you know about this, but they passed a law earlier last year where if you don't have any felonies, you can carry a gun. Concealed.
Yeah, I saw that.
And everybody that don't got a felony ain't competent enough to handle a gun.
Yeah.
So that made me
that's what
really get more.
On the topic that we're talking about, like, you know, some people got it and some people don't. That's the thing with the gun. Imagine the people that don't got it up here and they got a gun.
Just
that's
because
where
they don't have
like,
any felonies.
Yeah, that's where shit gets like, you know.
That's where shit get wiki.
But the thing is, like, you also can't, you know what I'm saying, you can't account for all those kind of, you know, instances. You can't be like, it's not a definite thing like, oh, there's a lot of these people out there, you know, we can't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's not something you can count. It's not something you can anticipate.
Yeah. That's what I was
to a certain extent you can, because the statistics only been going up, you know, year by year. So you probably can't say it's gonna get worse. But honestly, I think they should do like a general competency test for new gun buyers. And I think there should be a license in gun states like freedom states like we live in. This is a freedom state, you know. They really uphold. This is a Confederate state. They uphold that gun shit. You ain't gonna take their guns.
That's their shit, bro.
Boy, for real. And so
Jesus
I think,
Christ and God.
Yeah, literally. I think there should be I think you should have a card, not a CCW, but a competency card. Like in every, who knows, 4 years, 5 years, you have to renew it. You have to go take a test and see have you emotionally changed and have you mentally changed in those 5 years.
So kind of like a standardized test that would measure, almost kind of like an IQ test. It's not something you can study for, but something that just sees like, you know, what kind of person you are type shit. Like, you know, how you think.
How you treat animals and shit.
Yeah.
Your outlook on life and life itself. Not just human life, but how you'll treat a dog the same way you'll treat an animal.
Yeah. So it has some level of empathetic measurements, you know what I'm saying?
All that comes into play when you have a gun, bro. Because
it's how empathetic you are to that person. Like how willing are you to...
Not even to that particular person, to life itself. How much do you value life?
I like that.
Because like when I think about, you know, shooting somebody, I'm thinking about like that's somebody's dad or that's somebody's brother.
Someone loves that person.
You know, he grew up, he went and played outside with his group of friends, and those people really remember him and shit like that. It's just like I might shoot you in your leg. I'm more empathetic. He's tripping. Like I might shoot you in your stomach or something. Something that ain't gonna kill you. I mean, if it kill you, shit, I didn't want to, but I was defending myself, bro. My blood was pumping, but it's just that part of empathy inside. I love animals, bro, and like I love life. Like life is so much bigger than like what you know, bro.
And that's something that you like gets. I don't want to say enhanced, but well, I guess kind of enhanced as you get older. You know what I'm saying? Once you become wiser and more sympathetic. But I make this joke all the time on this podcast. I'm like, bro, I gotten soft, bro. Like I fucking like everything to me now. Like I kind of put myself in its shoes. So like my dog, like if it's
your
like,
perspective.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, is it like sad? Like fuck, like I want to make it happy. I want to make it as happy as possible. And then like, or thinking about like all the fucking homeless dogs in the world. I'm like, oh damn, I get sad. Like fuck, bro. And we're dog people, right? You tell me that you're a dog person. Yeah. You think about that shit like that, and you get sad. You're like, fuck, I wish I could fucking help all the dogs and shit.
Yeah,
you know,
like literally.
Fuck it, let's switch up topics, bro. You said you had a story about in Atlanta. Like, we'll fucking bring this all together, bro. Atlanta and guns, bro. You were telling me about a story about that shit, bro. Take it away.
I'm gonna get into it. So, I remember I had a party I got invited to. Really, I didn't get invited to it. Somebody that I'm very close to got invited to it. And
okay, they're like, yo, tag along.
Yeah, I'm like, I want something to do. What you finna do tonight? And they like, yeah, we finna go to this party. She got invited to the party from some guy she was kind of like within a situationship with. And he knew the person who was throwing the party. So in my head, I'm like, and I know him too. So I'm like, okay, we should be good. Like, okay, I'm going to trust it to a certain extent. It was in Atlanta, but I was like, I'll trust it to a certain extent. And so, you know, we push up, we pull up to the party in Atlanta. And, you know, I got my pole on me, and you know how that go. And, I'm chilling. I'm doing what it do. I'm rolling up, and but I'm also looking around and seeing what's going on with everybody else. So yeah, I like that. That's clear. And I'm also seeing what's going on with everybody else. And so she notices this, and she's like, yeah, you know how girls is, oblivious and so carefree. She's like, oh, you're tripping. Like you don't gotta worry about this. You don't gotta worry about that.
Right, like overconfident about like the situation. Like, no, we're good.
Naive. Don't understand. Don't know what guys do when they got this or what guys do. They don't understand guys.
100%.
They just understand the sexual part of guys. They don't understand the sophisticated part of guys and how different types of guys think. And as soon as we see a group of guys walk in the party, we already know. Okay, like it's about time to dial it down. We about to leave. And so I'm analyzing. She's like, yeah, don't worry. So we end up pulling up, we're rolling up, analyzing. And the way the street was, a lot of streets in Atlanta is like very small one-way streets. Or
that's why I don't fucking drive down there.
Even the two-way streets is small. So it's just like, and on this particular road we was on, all the cars is parked on the left side and the right side. All the way. 3 football fields long. Left side, right side. You couldn't even, it was cars all the way down the road.
Christ.
So we parked at the top of the hill. It was like one of those hills that when you was a kid and you had a bike, you couldn't wait to go down. And it was each side of the street was a hill. It was like a bowl, and he stayed in the middle of the bowl. And so we went down there. You know, we parked, went down there, and you know, I brought my pistol with me, just thinking if it's a house party, I might be able to bring my pistol in here.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Because it's unlikely
You
at
never
any
know.
house parties that
It's a
they'll
house
pat
party.
you down.
It's a house party. They might
I
not
threw a
pat me
lot
down.
back in the day. I should have done
Yeah.
that though. I
Yeah,
should have fucking
definitely.
patted motherfuckers
But-
down, bro. Cause
But the people you invited wasn't like knuckleheads. So some of the people was, but they wasn't knucklehead enough to do some like that.
yeah.
Like, nah, it wasn't like that. That's
Nah,
why.
yeah, 100,
And we was all
yeah.
18,
I get it,
17,
yeah.
16. Like, we wasn't worrying about stuff like that. We should not have fun. And so, you know, I bring my gun down there thinking, you know, I'm going to bring it in here. Like, it's a house party. I definitely need it on me. And so I went down there. You know, they pat. I'm seeing him. Okay. There's a guy at the door patting people down. I'm like, oh fuck. So I'm like, damn. Should I go back to the car? I'm gonna just see what he says. I end up giving my gun to the guy that at the door. The guy who's at the door patting people down is the guy who threw the party. He's the
Oh.
security. It's his house.
Yeah.
And so I give him to him. Like, he knows the guy we came with. Like, I'm good. Like, at the worst case scenario, you live here, bro. Like, you can't really do nothing about it. It's not a B&B. You live here. And so, you know, I give him my gun. We get in the party. It's like, it's a ranch. Atlanta cribs aren't big cribs.
No, they're not. Yeah.
It's like 150 people in this party, bro.
Oh, God.
It's a nice ratio, though. The party's lit. The party's jumping.
Okay,
Playing
okay.
round of applause. It's going
Man,
crazy
yeah.
in here.
Oh, that's the classic,
It's
bro.
going
That's the
crazy in
classic.
here. As soon as we walk in, that song turn on. We like, oh yeah, it's finna be
Yeah,
a party
yeah,
party.
yeah, so
It's
you
a
know.
party.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we getting comfortable. I'm rolling up another one. And so, you know, we in the kitchen area. You know, the party. A lot of the houses in Atlanta are structured like either it's a front door with a porch and then a side door with a garage at, or not a garage. They don't have a lot of garages in Atlanta. They got like driveways. It's a long driveway to go to the back of the house.
Right.
And so the entrance to the party wasn't the front door, but the side door by the driveway. And so, you know, when we get in, the first thing you see is like laundry room, all these doors closed, the kitchen, and then, you know, you go through the front and it's the kitchen right here, and the dining room and the living room in the front of the crib. And so, you know, we get into the party, we in the kitchen, and you know, we just vibing in the party, man. We just got here, we vibing, man. It's people still coming in. We in the kitchen, we in the neck of the kitchen. So everybody walking through us to get to the living room and the dining room, like. And so we chilling, we vibing, the music jumping. You know, we can't even see the front of the house where the living room and the couches and stuff at. We can see it when somebody move out the way, but it's so thick in here, we can't see it. So
Yeah.
so eventually, like, I dial back. I go to the back of the party where the entrance is, because at this point, like, it's not a lot of people coming in the party. Like, the party basically started. It's the
Yeah.
middle of the party.
It's at the peak.
Anybody who else coming here, they late. So
Yeah.
so ain't nobody coming in. You know, the girls back here. You know, I'm chilling. You know, and I don't be going to parties for girls. I go for the, you know, the music and stuff like that.
Vibe.
The vibe, just, you know, I don't try to be one of those hounds, you know.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
ain't
yeah.
no man, you are like that. So
Yeah.
So, you know, I go to the back, you know, in the door. I go to the back 30 seconds, 45 seconds, rolling up, you know, vibing to the music. Next thing I know, the door flies open, bro. Fly. Through the entrance to the party, the side door. And it's the guy who's throwing the party, the security / owner of the house / guy who's throwing the party. So he flies through the door, and I'm standing in front of where he's trying to go. So I step to the side. He opens the door, goes in his room, grabs something, comes out. Bro, it's a gun, bro. It's a big gun too. It's an AR with like a scope on it. It's a
God,
scope on it. He got a foregrip on it. A bunch of things you need tax stamps for.
Jesus, he pulled out some
He
fucking
pulled out
Modern Warfare shit.
literally, bro, literally an M4. He pulled out a literal
Yeah.
M4, and I'm just like, and the party's still going on. The only people who see it is the people who was in this dark area.
Yeah.
And like, it's a bunch of girls like, oh my God, you know how girls is. They all in a little roach circle, like, you know, conjuring up what they're conjuring up.
yeah.
And I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what the fuck? So in the next minute, he comes back in. The two people who were outside doing security come back in. And he goes back in his room. This time he goes under his bed and grabs a fucking Uzi, bro. a
What
Uzi.
the fuck, bro?
A real Uzi now.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
standing right here watching a real Uzi with a reflex sight on it. I don't know why it had a sight on it. It's
Yeah.
an Uzi. You're not about
It's
to aim
close
it.
range.
It's
shit,
close
yeah.
range. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And so he takes that outside, and the other guy who was at the door doing security, he's inside the house with us, pushing us in the bedroom like, yo, nobody can go outside. Nobody can go outside. So I'm panicking at this point. I'm like, what? I'm trying to get out the window. I'm like, bro, I'm not finna stay inside this party, bro. Like, anything is safer than this house that
Yeah.
I don't even know y'all, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, I'm not finna get y'all, right to secure me and my security. Nah. And so I'm trying to get outside through the windows. Bro, this is one thing I don't like about the hood. There's trash bags over the windows, bro.
Oh.
Black trash bags. And not only that, like, there's bars on the outside. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
what is this? This is a
Atlanta ass
gas
shit,
trap?
bro.
This is a gas chamber? What's going on in here? And so, I'm like, bro, let us out. Everyone's screaming. For some reason, in situations like this, girls are screaming at the top of their lungs.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what that's gonna do. We need to put our brains together and formulate a plan.
Sounds like a goddamn zoo in there.
Sound like a
bro.
zoo in there. It's people screaming. The music cut off. Everyone's screaming. Everybody's running. It's 150 people in a little ass house,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
It's chaotic. People trampling people in there.
Mm.
And so the guy comes back in with the AR, like a damn veteran walking through the crib with it. And so I'm just like begging this man, like, bro, give me my gun, bro. Like, give me my pistol, bro. And like, he's just like totally ignoring me. Like, he's like, nah, you gotta wait, bro. You gotta wait. He's walking to the front of the party. I'm following him, asking him for my strap. And so, he gets to the front and he goes out the front door and just leaves us all in there. And everyone's like talking and girls in the back still screaming for no reason. And I look through the blinds and there's like a standoff outside, bro.
Oh.
In the driveway, there's a standoff. There's the guy whose party it is. The other guy that was at the door with him. And like 3 or 4 guys with like ARs and Dracos and AKs and stuff, bro.
What the fuck?
So I'm like, I'm in disbelief. I'm like, in my head, I immediately pictured like bullets flying through the windows, flying through the house.
Yeah.
Just stray bullets.
Narco shit.
Just
bro.
just straight bullets. I'm like, bro, somebody about to die tonight.
Mhm.
So I get on the ground and I'm covering my head. Everyone's still standing up and talking. I didn't say nothing to nobody, even the people I came with. I'm just in the corner like, how did I get myself in this situation?
Yep.
I'm like,
I should've stayed my ass
why
at
am
home.
I here?
Yeah.
I'm not even like, I'm an introvert, bro. Like, why am I here? And so,
Those are the times where you're like, God, take me out of this, please. I will not fuck with these
like,
people
bro,
no
I won't
more, bro.
ever come here
Yeah,
ever
yeah,
again.
Yeah, yep.
And eventually someone opens the door and people just start flooding.
Flooding
I'm
out, yeah.
behind the door in panic mode, like it's a damn tornado warning. And so the door flies open. People are flooding out the door. I'm trapped behind the door. I'm trying to like squeeze, jump over the couch / get behind the door. Eventually, I get outside with my party, the people I came with, and we're starting to leave. We're like going down the stairs, and there's the guy with my gun in the driveway. So I'm like, bro, he hands me my shit. Like, here, bro, y'all get home, man. Y'all need to go home. Y'all be safe. I'm like, no, nigga, you be safe. You be safe too.
Yeah.
And so, boom, gun in hand. I'm walking down the driveway. I just got it. I didn't even have time to put it up. I hit the edge of the driveway right in the street. 3 guys in the road. The same 3 guys that were in the driveway before, they're in the road. Walking down the street, gun in hand. I'm like, oh my God. I
Jesus.
instantly tuck one of the guys on the right side. This guy says specifically, I'm about to shoot everybody.
No fucking way, bro.
I'm like, what? Oh,
You're talking about a black man too?
bro, they was all black. Everybody here was black.
That's some. Hey, bro, I'm
was
not
a-
gonna say what kind of white. Well, I did say it right now.
That's, like,
That's
yeah,
white people
yeah,
shit, bro.
That's some Caucasian,
Yeah.
Caucasian
That's
shit.
crazy, bro.
But he said some like some mass shooter shit.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
Instantly, I'm thinking like, I thought I escaped. I'm
Yeah.
outside. Now I instantly take off running because it's a 2-lane road. Remember, it's
Yeah.
2 lanes. They was walking from the side we parked at, so I gotta run up the other hill. I'm hiding behind trash cans and people running and screaming. I'm like, bro, this is some movie shit, bro. Like, what is going on right now?
Yeah.
And so, I'm sitting there thinking like, damn, what's gonna happen if somebody walk over here with a flashlight? Just paranoid, just tweaking at this
You
point.
see me here
I'm
over
like,
here like
see
this.
me huddled up. I got this little fucking 8-round 9mm.
Yeah.
And so eventually, I take off the hill and I find a guy that we came with, that I knew from high school, that came with us to the party. And so, we're talking, we're trying to figure out what we need to do. Because the people when we ran, the people I came with was still behind me. And so I'm like, damn, we need to make our way down there, but I need to be safe too, though.
Mm-hmm.
And so before I go down there, we just trying to think about what we do. Instantly, we just like, we got to go down here. I mean, we got to get to the cars. Worst case scenario, we got to go to the car. You know, I put one in the head. Another guy over here, 1911, put one in the head. I feel secure. I'm like, okay, we got 2 guns. He on my side. He a good guy.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna friendly fire me. And so eventually we make our way down the street, creeping like Splinter Cell, creeping through the trees and climbing up trees and jumping across. I'm just talking.
Yeah.
But eventually, like, we leave, bro. I'm never going back to a house party in Atlanta ever again,
Ain't
bro.
no fucking way,
Never
bro.
again. Ever again.
See, I tell people this all the time, bro. That house parties and all that, it sounds cool and all that, but there's so much more repercussions than not.
The cons, the
It's-
pros and cons are definitely like, they're not neck and neck.
It's very rare that a fucking house party goes as planned, bro. I used to throw a lot, I was known for that shit in high school. I used to throw a lot, bro. The last one, I've actually never talked about this on the podcast, though. My last one that I threw was for my birthday. It was I think it was my 18th birthday, I think.
I didn't get to go.
Yeah. It was when my porch fucking fell, bro. My porch fell on the fucking...
That's on World Star, by the way.
Yeah, so,
That's
bro,
on
basically how
World
this went, I'll summarize it really quick, though. I wanted to throw a fucking lit-ass party. I was at fucking Sweet Hut with a couple of my friends the night before, right?
Yeah.
And they were reminiscing on the parties and shit. They were like, damn, bro, you should throw some lit-ass parties. It had been a while, bro. It had probably been like like half a year since I threw my last one, right? I was like, yeah, bro, they're awesome. I loved it. Like, I want to do one again, but I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to really, just go through with it. They were like, you know what you should do? Like, test if you still got the clout, bro. Test if you still got it. You should promote it one day. Be like, yo, tomorrow, pull up. This is my address. And see how many motherfuckers pull up. And I'm like, that sounds kind of cool, though. I was like, yo, my birthday is literally in 2 days. I was like, should I just do it tomorrow? Should I just, like, post it tomorrow? And then, like, so that was Thursday. So I was like, should I post it Friday? And then the party's going to be Saturday.
On your birthday.
Yeah. And they were like, yeah, bro, just do it. See it. I mean, worst case scenario, nobody comes, right? And then
It's still
whatever,
your birthday. It's still gonna
y'all can still get lit.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm down. So I get home that night. I make a quick little flyer, you know what I'm saying? The classic house party flyers and shit. And then, so I posted the next day, like, yo, pull up, boom, boom, boom. So then that night, it's like that scene from Project X. You've seen that movie, right?
Of course.
The iconic scene where you're like, nobody's coming yet, bro. It's already 9 o'clock. I told everybody pull up 9 o'clock. Yeah. It's already like 9:20. I got like 2 motherfuckers here, but I don't even know.
Yeah.
And then I know where, bro, people just start
cars
flooding,
just start
flooding. You just hear boom, 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 outside. As soon as you hear that, you're like, oh, it's fucking on.
Yeah, it's
bro, people just start flooding through my fucking front door and shit. I'm like, holy fuck, bro, it's getting crazy. And back then, I had a nice ass backyard and shit. It was a fucking huge backyard.
Nice ass backyard.
It was huge. So I was like, yo, I told one of my homies, I was like, bro, we got to take this to the back, bro, because there's too many fucking people inside my crib right now. Like, I got to open up the back.
Didn't feel comfortable with all them people. It was just too many people.
Yeah. I was like, damn, people are going to start fucking stealing shit, start breaking
like,
shit. Like,
my house.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, cool. So I told everybody to get to the back.
Yeah.
And then, see, I didn't anticipate nobody going to the back of my house, right? I had a giant dog house there built for 2 fucking bullies, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it was giant on my porch. So I had a porch there that was like elevated. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those elevated porches, which should have been a red flag already.
Yeah,
but I didn't think about shit like this, right?
100%.
I didn't anticipate going to the fucking backyard, but we did, right?
Yeah.
Bro, my whole backyard ended up. I probably had a solid like 250 to 300 people within the first like hour. This is all within the first hour, bro.
By
it was
10 o'clock.
Crazy. It was literally my biggest party to date, and it was a 1 day like promotion ass party. That shit was crazy, right? So I'm like, yo, let's just make the best of it. It's my birthday. Whenever it's your birthday, you wild out, bro. You're like, there's no consequences. I want to go crazy,
We finna get lit.
So I was like, I got the speaker out there. We put on some lit ass music. The porch was kind of like the VIP section. That's where all of the baddies were. That's where I had my drinks. I had a whole fucking like a mountain of just Corona cases, bro. Like just drinks out the ass, bro. And so I'm lit as fuck. We're about an hour deep.
Yeah.
And then at this time, everybody remembers where they are, where they were when this song dropped, bro. Mo Bamba, bro. When Mo Bamba hit the streets, bro, all the house parties were lit as fuck, bro.
100%.
And then so I remember at this time there was this tweet that was going kind of viral. It was comparing Mo Bamba to Finito by Chief Keef. They're like, yo, which one's the more lit song, of our generation and shit like that, right? So I told my homie, I was like, yo, we're gonna put both the fucking songs on right now, and then we'll see who gets more lit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Which song the crowd are feeling better, you know what I'm saying? So I put Mo Bamba on. It's like, I got hoes, and dude, everybody's just like, you would think Sheck West is fucking here, bro. Everybody's jumping like boom, boom, boom.
Tweaking in that.
Yeah. So then we're halfway through the song, bro, and then fucking one of the boards like just breaks, like on the porch, and we're like, whoa! It was literally right next to me. I was like, holy shit! And like a lot of people saw it, so like everybody kind of stopped to see. I was like, holy fuck!
Hold on.
Like like it kind of like it fell, like, it broke, and I was like, shit. That sucks, bro. I was like,
damn,
I mean, it's just one board. Like, I can
repair that.
I can repair it tomorrow.
Easy.
Like, I'll be fine. My dad won't figure out. I'll just repair it, whatever, So then my homie was like, yo, should we just keep it going? Like, like the song was still playing in the background and shit like that, but we were just more focused on that. So it kind of got dead.
Now, hey.
Right? And then I was like, nah, fuck it. Let's keep going, bro. I was like, fuck it. I'm going to keep partying till the whole porch comes down. I swear to God, on everything I love, I said that. I was like, we're bringing this motherfucker down, right? Not thinking it was going to come true.
Of course.
So then I was like, all right, Finito next, bro. So he puts Finito, same reaction, like, duh, yeah, like, gang in this bitch. And then when the beat drops, bro, literally, boom, yeah. The whole porch just boom. I remember I was there and I'm like going like this.
The fuck?
Bro, it all went down like on one corner and then I boom. And I'm like, holy shit. And then like I have a giant doghouse. That doghouse was heavy. Like it deadass took like 10 motherfuckers to get that shit out of there. Like it's heavy. So I see this bitch coming down. I'm like, holy fuck. I'm like holding it up with like a bunch of other dudes and shit. So then we wait for everybody to get the fuck out. Everybody's like falling like and shit like that. Like, and then everybody like crawls out from under like the porch and shit, and they're leaving. And then like once everybody got, we kind of like let it like drop a little and shit like that. But it was crazy. And then even then, bro, you would think some catastrophical ass shit like that would get people to just get the fuck out. They're like,
motherfuckers had 10 coronas.
They stayed, bro. They were staying. I'm there like fucking shitting, bro. I'm there like, bro, no way.
Like, I gotta.
My dad's gonna kick my fucking. I can't fix this. This is not just one board. Like this
is a whole porch.
I'm past the point of like. Like this is irreparable. Like I can't.
You're not gonna be able to fix this tomorrow.
So I'm there fucking sapping on the fucking on my front steps, and I'm like, fuck. And then I just hear people in the back just like still turning up and shit.
They don't give a damn. It ain't their house.
Yeah. Eventually, how that story ends is like the cops ended up coming because my fucking neighbors like got pissed and shit like that, and then
shit was just too late.
It was kind of funny because they made my dad wasn't there at that time, so they made me call him up.
Yeah, that's what they usually do. Call
to wherever the fuck he was to bring him all the way back home, and they made me show him like, oh look, this happened, and like it was very unfortunate because like
petty as hell.
Now this is it was, bro. These motherfucking cops, bro. These fucking Gwinnett cops are some assholes, bro. But that time, I think maybe since it was my birthday, I kind of played like I don't know, like the youngin card, like this is like my first time throwing a party.
Cap as hell.
Yeah. The guy,
legend.
The guy was like, why are you doing this? I was like, I have some college friends and they wanted me to throw the party, and like I didn't want to do it, but they were like, it'll be fun. Like we'll be cool.
Exactly.
I was just playing that card. You know what I'm saying? I knew what the fuck I was doing. And then he was like, just make sure you never do this again, because like, see, now you're gonna deal with these consequences. Your dad's like all upset. Oh, so that's what I was gonna say. My dad wasn't mad. He was just disappointed, bro. And that actually kind of hurt more. Yeah.
That's even worse.
It hurt more.
I'm not mad at you. I'm just disappointed.
He was like, he looked almost sad, but he was like, we're gonna have to like pay for this and stuff like that. And we rented the house. We like
your landlord's gonna kick both of y'all out.
Oh, bro, that deposit gone, son.
Oh, what deposit?
You know what I'm saying? We had to pay. I ended up paying $2,000 for that fucking.
You had to pay that?
Yeah.
Damn, you paid all your bread, all the bread you had saved.
Gone, bro, gone. So that's how that went. Speaking of parties, bro, did you ever throw someone you were like younger and shit like that, or did you ever get like some people to pull it to the crib? Did you ever have shotties at the crib or anything like that? Like you and your homies were like, yo, pull it to the crib. Because me and my homie, did you ever meet Tyrone?
Tyrone Seals?
Nah, not him. No.
Tyrone.
Oh, well, it's one of my homies. His name's Tyrone. He lived with me. We lived in apartments and shit. And then he, for the most part, had like a free crib. His parents were always out and shit like that. And so I would be like, yo, we should throw like a party, but like we should throw a fake party. So we were gonna like post it like.
Motherfucker said a fake party.
So we were gonna be like, yo, there's this a giant party and shit like that, but only invite like a certain amount of like girls. This is all in middle school, by the way.
Said a certain amount of girls.
Like the hot girls. So we're gonna promote it to them. Be like, yo.
Don't tell the ugly girls about the party.
Don't tell nobody. The party
hot
was
girls.
gonna end up being just us two and then like five hot ass girls.
Bad girls.
Yeah, like damn, nobody else ended up coming. It just
I guess it's just us.
yeah, and we ended up fucking doing that shit, but like the girls didn't end up pulling us. So we're like,
That's funny as hell.
Yeah,
I didn't throw no parties, but I would definitely contributed. I was a co-host.
Okay.
Yeah, me and my boy Zay. You know, shout
Shout
out my
out.
boy Zay. My boy is 4Gs. You know, definitely follow him. Definitely hop on that music train he got going on because it's going up, man.
Shout out
Don't
to
miss
him,
the
bro.
train. But man, Zay used to throw some of the best parties because we grown. We can talk about it now.
Yeah,
His
100%.
His
That's
mom
why-
don't care.
Yeah, that's why I say anything I want now because it's like, bro, I'm a grown adult. What are you
What
gonna
you
do?
gonna
Ground
whoop
me?
me?
Yeah.
But Zay threw some of the best parties, man, because his mom was she worked a lot and she would go out of town a lot. So
Oh, those are the best.
So, his parties, we over at his house all weekend and, all the biddies over here. So, Zay definitely threw the best parties. I got a story about that. You want me to?
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
got a
Bust it
story,
out,
man.
bust it out,
Okay,
bust it
so we had about, I think this was, I want to say this was junior year. We had, we had drinks in there. We had, I don't think we was smoking at this point, but we definitely had a little bit of drinks, some Smirnoff, some goofy shit in
out.
there.
Oh,
Some
yeah.
cheap
Hey,
some,
hey, back then, that's
Oh
all you
yeah,
need.
it didn't
That's
even
all you
matter.
need,
We
yeah.
was kids. We didn't
Alcohol
care.
was alcohol, bro.
But so at this particular party, we probably had, and RIP my boy Alonzo, man. Alonzo Zoe's on Dreadhead Zoe, man. Cause I think he was there that night. And I want to say we had about definitely had about 8 girls in there, man. 9 girls.
Okay.
And we had the whole squad, so we needed about 8, 9 girls.
Yeah,
what
the
I'm saying?
ratio
So
needs to
we
even
needed
out
that
a little bit.
ratio.
Yeah.
Now everybody get their own girl.
This
So,
guy,
at
man.
the least. And so, definitely was a lit party, and he had the sound bars upstairs and downstairs. So
Yeah.
downstairs he had the sound bar going. It was really the groups of girls didn't know each other. They didn't really like each other, I guess.
Yeah.
So we had one group upstairs, one 4 downstairs, the other 4 upstairs. So,
And the one upstairs talking shit about the one downstairs.
yeah, no,
and
they
then
just it
beefing.
was just 2 different demographics.
Nah,
It
yeah, I
was
get
2
that.
different
I've been in shit
demographics.
like that, yeah.
And so, towards the end of the night, man, she just started getting weird, man. I ended up kicking all of the girls out. They just tweaking, bro. I kicked everybody out the party. And so, eventually the girls come back. They like, yo, can we come in? Like, we all kids here. Like, you want us to walk home? Like, we just kicked us out.
yeah.
And like, we didn't plan on them staying the night regardless. But we let them back in, man, and we let them back in. We all ended up going to sleep.
Oh.
And we definitely slept with the biddies over there. So
Oh,
it wasn't
okay.
no distant biddies. These are the same biddies that usually come.
Okay.
And so we end up going to sleep, and no later than 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, bro, I just hear do running down the stairs, like feet running through the house. And so the door's shut, then silence. I'm like, damn, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Okay, that was weird. I wake up. Xavier, 4Gs can't find his phones. Both of his phones. And
Yeah,
so
2 phones like Kevin
two of the newest phones for the time. This was like 2016, maybe 2017.
Yeah, that's when the red iPhones were
This
out.
when the red iPhone had just came out.
Yep.
And I think it was like the X7 or the X6. It was around neck and neck.
Yeah.
And so they was the newest phones out for that time period, and both of them gone. His dumb ass gave both of them the pass. They had the passcodes. These was like just his phone. They had passcodes, but particularly one girl knew the passwords to both of the phones.
What the fuck, bro?
Dumb as hell. He was just too friendly, bro. He was just too
okay.
friendly. And so, he wake up and he's like, yo, I can't find either of my phones. So we're like, okay, that's a problem because your mom's going to be back at any point now.
Yeah.
His mom leaves from Friday to sometime Sunday, maybe late Sunday, depending on her flight or if she drove. And so we concluded within about a 10-minute investigation that the phones weren't in the house. They weren't where we left them. They're not on the chargers. There's nowhere to be found. One of those 8 girls took the phones.
Oh.
Both of the phones. It's very bold. And so I'm like, it's about time for, we in the on the floor, and everybody sleeping in their little spots on the beds, and we trying to figure like, your mom gonna be home later, so like, what we finna do about this?
Yeah.
Like, either we gonna find the phones or we got to tell them how we lost the phones.
Oh, no.
And so we're concluding like we're gonna get these phones back before she get back to the crib.
Okay.
And so how the plan went, well, we didn't have a plan. So we was just like,
y'all just had to go at the objective.
We had to go over there to, help with the investigation. We had to go over there and figure out. And nobody else parents was going to help. So I ended up getting my older brother to drive us to their house.
Yeah.
And so we drive to there. And this is where shit gets wacky. So this is later in the day. That was 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. Sunday after everyone starts going home. Parents start picking people up. Mm-hmm. So now it's just, we're losing numbers here.
Yep.
So, now it's just like me and 2 other people. But we the main ones, who be here all the time. We basically live here. We like his brothers. So everybody end up going home. And, eventually I go home. And so that's when I explained to my brother what happened. Like, man, this happened, and we need your help. So it's about 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon now, getting towards, the sun starting to set. And, I'm telling him, like, just take us over there and we'll figure it out. You just stay in the car. You're the adult. You don't got to get out.
Yeah.
And so we pull up over there, we investigate, and, we looking through the blinds and shit. So we see one of the girls on the red iPhone. It was a red iPhone.
God.
It wasn't a red case. It was a red iPhone.
Yeah.
This was the only red phone out right now.
Yeah.
So
the odds of her having
come
that.
on, you're on you're on the red iPhone. And so when we knocked on the door, she came to the door. We didn't want to hear the hoopla she had to say because we just seen you on the phone, lady.
Yeah.
And so back and forth, cussing, yelling. My brother's standing behind us. It's like 4 or 5 of us. And she ends up slamming the door in our face. Get out of here. I ain't giving y'all nothing. We turn around. We're like, well, what do we do now? And my brother's sitting there shaking his head the whole time like, y'all don't understand what y'all need to do? I'm like, he's letting us learn on our own what we need to do. Horrible influence. For this situation, horrible influence.
That's interesting because I don't even know what to do.
Yeah, so we just didn't know what to do. We're like, so we can't like kick the door in and make him give us the phone.
That's what I'm saying.
And so, he said, he proposed the plan. Why don't y'all just take the phone she had in her hand? The phone that she actually had in her hand. Just take that phone. And so I'm like, that's not a bad idea. And I'm the fastest one in the group. Feet and hands.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm to the side of the door, and she opens the door up, and first thing I do is, they're talking back and forth. Him and Zay and her, 4Gs and her, talking back and forth. And the first thing I do is, I wait for a guard to drop, and I snatched the phone so fast she didn't have time to lock the phone. It was unlocked.
Oh.
Snatched it, took off running. Boom, we gone. Boom. As soon as I took it, my brother said, I bet we gone.
Yeah.
He hopped in the car. That's when chaos broke out. Chaotic. Instantly chaotic. I take off running. No one's faster than me out here, outside in this area. No one's faster than me. I take off running. I'm running backwards. I'm running laps around them.
Yeah.
I'm laughing. I'm joking.
Yeah, for real.
One of them's at the back of the car. The younger sister's at the back of the car. She's like hands crossed, protesting us. I'm not moving until you guys give us the phone. Classic. One of them's fighting Zay. One of them fighting 4G. She tripping. I don't know what she thinking. It's because Zay hit you. I don't know what she thinking. But eventually we hop in the car. They move out the way. You gotta move. What, you gonna get ran over?
Yeah.
And so, they move. I don't get into the car until they pull like 50, 60 yards down the street. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just catch up. They're still chasing me. So I'm like, I'm gonna just catch up to y'all. Turn the speed up a little bit, take off a little bit, hop in the car. We peel out. We like, okay, well, when y'all want y'all phone back, we gonna bring y'all phone back. All right. So, and then we gonna get our phone. Boom, vice versa. We gonna flip. We gonna switch. We gonna,
Hell yeah, leverage.
But unfortunately, what we did know is this was her mom's phone. So, and so So when we got the phone, you know, it's still unlocked. I'm going through the phone and shit. I'm all on the Instagram. Ooh, looking through the messages and shit. Looking through the pictures.
Oh yeah, you gotta go through
And
the
so
pictures.
I'm just
bro.
like, fuck it. Like, I'm on the way home just looking through it. And
Best
so,
case scenario, you find a tit in there or something.
oh
bro.
yeah, I'm using something as leverage. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I'm getting you back. And so we eventually like drop everybody off. You know, we go home, and in fact, we didn't even drop everybody off. We dropped the one person off who needed to get dropped off, and we all went back to Zay crib because this where if they're gonna come back and give us the phone, this where they gonna come.
Yeah, they know where to go.
And so we in there and we start getting calls to that phone, like from the mother, and we're thinking like, okay, this is the mom. Okay, we're okay. Because the phone call we were getting was from one of the girls, and we knew that it was one of the whoever's phone this was calling the mom's phone. And so she's calling, she's belligerent. I'm like, this is the exact opposite of what I expected. Completely belligerent. Give me my phone back. I'm about to call this, I'm about to call them. They gonna come over there and do that and do this. We're like, man, we just want our phones back. We didn't just come and take y'all phones.
Yeah,
if we stole your phone, why would we answer the phone?
Yeah, right.
And so we're just explaining to her the reason we did this is because your daughters were here last night and they stole 2 of our very expensive brand new phones. We need those back in order to give you this. This is totally rational communication here. She's like belligerent. I'm gonna call my son and he got guns. He on that blood. I'm terrified at this point. I'm I'm completely terrified because I'm like, I'm 16, bro. Like, we were just having fun. They're the thieves. We had to resort. We had to go drop to their level to try to get results. And so eventually, like, she hangs up and we're just like, dude, what do we do? There's going to be gang members here soon. Yeah. So we're like, oh, hell no. So we turn all the lights off, and we're just sitting in there for like 10 minutes. We're just looking outside, like, cause when they pull up, what we gonna do?
Fuck.
Like,
they're gonna pull up any second now, huh?
So we're like, okay, let's just hide and watch the house. So when they come here,
dude, yeah.
So we're across the street in the shadows watching the front of his house. We're literally across the street, just in the shadow watching. And so we're outside, and we're like. We look around, we look at each other, we like, bro, what the fuck are we doing out here? We're outside watching your house, scared. Bro, what the fuck? Bro, go in the house. What are we doing? So we go back in the house, turn the lights on, get on the game. Like, we like, what the fuck? We're out here tweaking, bro. And so eventually, like, we start seeing, like, flashlights outside.
Oh.
So we turn the lights off again. We like, hold on, who the fuck who her son? Splinter Cell? Fucking Jason Bourne? So we look outside. Bro, it's 12, bro. We like, man, these motherfuckers called the police.
Damn.
Man, they done copped out. They done jumped out the game early.
Yeah.
I thought we was playing the game here. And so that's when I knew shit was going to get serious at that point. I answered the door. I'm on the most mature, so I answered the door. And I'm like, hello, sir, how you doing? He's like, the reason we're here is because we got reports of stolen property over here, and we're just trying to figure out. Bro, I just gave him the phone here. Like, bro, we not thieves, bro. Like, if we really stole this phone, I wouldn't have gave it to you. Like, we stole it. I ain't gonna say we didn't steal it. Yeah. We stole it, but if we was thieves, don't know that. If we was really thieves, and we really was thieves, like, we wouldn't get y'all the phone back. I don't know what you're talking about, officer. You have a warrant? You're talking to minors. You're not even supposed to be here.
Yeah, you busting out that law shit.
I didn't even bust that shit out. I'm saying that shit now. Okay, I was terrified.
I was gonna say, that's impressive.
I didn't have the nuts to say that. I had a 16-year-old at my friend's house, and his mom's supposed to be home any point in time. I just wanted the situation to be fixed as soon as possible. And so I gave him the phone. We ended up having to call his mom. I ended up having to call my mom or my brother's girlfriend at the time. Or she's still his girlfriend. And so she pulled up. His mom picked up. We had explained to her, like, the girls was over there and they stole both of his phones. And, she was pissed. She was disappointed. She wasn't mad. She was just like, I'm just disappointed in you guys. You guys all know better than this. Yeah. I'm like, oh, no. Disappointment.
Please be mad.
But, I didn't get trouble because my brother was the damn getaway driver. Yeah. So he was the one who proposed the idea. I went home and everything was normal for me, but I could not go over his house for like 3 months, bro.
That's always so tough, right? When you break that bond and relationship with like your homies, like parents and shit, where they think you're a bad influence, bro. That was my childhood, bro. For all of my childhood, my friends' parents for some reason thought I was the hoodlum. I'm like, if only you knew that your kid is making
Your
me
kid is the one that's
smoke
doing it.
weed.
He's the bad influence.
Yeah, bro. That shit is always so tough because then, like, what do you do, right? What do you do to build that fucking, like, relationship back? You can't do nothing
very
about
hard.
it.
It took years to get there.
Yeah.
That was one of the craziest experiences, I've ever had, And one thing I did want to interject into that was, did she snitch? Was that snitching?
Yeah, I think she did.
All right, but if we're gonna get into that, we gotta try to figure out what is snitching.
Yeah, so the cameras just died, and but fuck it, we're gonna roll, bro. We're gonna just keep it going.
Okay, so where we left off, man, we was talking about, the
we're
situation.
talking about snitching. Yeah,
we
the
talked
lady
about
snitch.
the situation that happened and if she was a snitch or not, because she was screaming all that gang stuff. And,
But she called the cops.
And she called the police.
Yeah.
So with snitching, only gangsters and thugs can snitch. Specifically gangsters and thugs.
Yeah, so I heard about, that's an interesting topic because I was hearing about that shit when like 6ix9ine was going through it, right? They're classifying him as a civilian, so some people were like, he didn't snitch because that's what you're supposed to do as a civilian. But he was saying like, I'm a fucking gangster, and I guess it all depends on what you classify yourself as, right?
You can classify yourself as a goldfish. That doesn't mean you're a goldfish.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
But 6ix9ine, it was more of his image. It was like, he was
what he
portraying,
rapped about.
He
Yeah,
was
what he
portraying that image, and he was a gang member as well. So you're not just an artist. You're like a gang member. That's an artist. With backed by the gang members. So for you to, he snitched. He snitched. Yeah, no, he wasn't a civilian, bro. He was he has 6ix9ine all over his face and his body. Like, he's a gang member, bro. Like, yeah, so no.
Well, not just because you have tattoos.
No.
Like,
tattoos. It's just when you start putting them on your face and like you don't care, you're an open, active gang member. Like, that's obvious. Like, he's clearly not trying to hide it. Like, and not only was it in his music, it was just like he was in that environment, and if he was,
also I think he did everything that he said that.
If he was just, he probably didn't. He probably wasn't like rolling up on people and shooting at people and stuff like that.
I think that's why he got convicted for, though. I think that's why he did the time that he did, because
he only got time served, if you remember. He was locked up, but he was just locked up surrounding the case. He was just time served. When he got out, he just got out on protective custody. But with the snitching scenario, civilians can snitch. Like, that's what's wrong with the, like, not even necessarily the black community. It is a lot of the black community because they're the like leaders in the gangster rap and thug rap type stuff. But
so they kind of like uphold like all that.
Definitely,
shit.
It's definitely a lower income thing. Like,
bruh, lower income thing.
It's definitely a lower income thing because it's just telling the truth, bro. Like, if you seen this happen, like, you need to speak up about that shit, bro. It's like.
Wait, so are you trying to say? Okay, so you said a civilian can snitch. Let's get that right.
It's not snitching,
but it's
you're
not
a civilian.
Called snitching.
Yes, you need to tell the police what you seen. You are a witness, bro.
Yeah.
You're not a gangster. You're a regular 9-to-5 person, bro. Like, you need to call the police and tell them what happened, bro. Because if you don't, they probably gonna call you anyways.
Yeah.
So you might as well.
So you should always assume that if there's a witness, they're probably gonna they're probably gonna tell, because
you should probably just do the good thing. Do the right thing. That's what you probably should do. Like, if you see some stuff happen, don't get me wrong. Like, if you see something happen.
You right here, you're telling me right now, you witness somebody get fucking shanked outside, and the cops pull up and now you're the witness. So
first things first. If I see a shanking taking place and I'm within the right, I'm gonna try to help the person, bro.
Right.
I got guns and shit. Like, you trying to stab somebody with a knife. I mean, I got a gun, bro. So you need to stop doing that. First of all, it depends on the situation. Like, I'm not gonna risk my life for somebody else's life. But I'll help. I care about life. I'm not finna just let you get shanked.
Right, but I'm saying when the cop comes, say like
the scenario.
Yeah, in the scenario,
came, he got shanked. What do I do?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell him, bro. It was a guy. He was about 5'10".
Yeah. So you'll tell him exactly
what it was. I'm gonna tell him what happened.
Yeah.
Of course. Okay. I mean, I'm a civilian, bro. Now say
you knew that guy. You're not his friend, but you knew him. You knew him from high school. You know what I'm saying? Are you dropping his fucking government name and all that shit? You're going that deep. So how deep do you go? You know what I'm saying? That's where shit gets like, blurry. The lines get blurry where you're like, okay, should I do this? Like, like.
Okay, so yeah, I like that scenario.
Yeah.
Let's say I know a guy and he just did some bullshit in front of me. He wasn't there with me. He just happened to be there, and I know him.
Yeah, and you're not his friend or nothing like that, but you know him from high school.
And he did some. If he did some foul shit, bro, like he did some foul shit, I'm gonna tell, bro. He did some foul. Hey, I'm saying it on camera. He did some foul. This nigga just shot a car full of people and killed 2 kids in the back, bro. You going to jail, bro. You gotta serve your time, bro. I'm not a street person, bro. So I'm gonna tell
you
him.
have no street code or street laws that you have
code.
to.
Even the street codes, dumb as hell. But no, I don't have no code. I follow the code of what's right and what's wrong, bro.
Yeah, the moral code. Like
moral code.
Would you determine that? You know what I'm saying? At that stage, I feel like I should help this man out by probably catching the motherfucker who just shanked them.
Like if we was in the club and I knew somebody in there, we in there having fun, and he starts shooting into the crowd and he kills an innocent bystander, and I know exactly who did it, and I got him on Instagram. I'm looking at him. I'm gonna tell the police he did it, bro.
Cause also, he could do that, in a future time. So by having him arrested, you could probably fucking avoid that same shit happening somewhere else. So in my instance, and the cops fucking end up catching him because you knew who he was and you told them. That could prevent another motherfucker from getting shanked in the future. You know what I'm saying? Or some other crazy shit.
No,
you know what I'm
definitely. Saying? That's definitely what I take. I take things like that into account because I feel like I'm saving him, to a certain extent, or I'm saving him or her, regardless of their, let's not get into that cancel culture now. But I feel like I'm saving them to a certain extent. I actually have a situation like that, where I actually had to call the police on somebody.
Oh, okay.
This was fairly recently, so there's probably no case about it, so I can speak about it.
Yeah,
but,
fuck it, man.
I'm door dashing one day. It's probably like it's late night door dash and getting to the chicken bag. And so I'm door dashing at these extended stay. Those extended stay hotels.
Hell no.
Those $600 a month extended stay hotel. You got to go in there with the militia with you. You can't just go in there. And so I'm delivering at this apartment. Or room on the second floor, and as I'm the staircase to get to the second floor where I'm delivering it to, I walk past a room and they're just screaming and fighting, and man, he's kicking her ass in there, bro.
Oh shit!
Like, he's like, she's screaming, "Get out of my room! Get out! I pay for this. You need to get out!" And every so often, she would open the door and he would slam it, and then it would be more wrestling and fighting, and I'm like, bro, like it's getting progressively worse. And I'm just like, after I drop the food off, at this point, I'm just standing there listening. Like, damn, what should I do?
Right, yeah. So that's when your morals kick in.
Yeah,
when
it's
you're like,
damn,
okay, what is the moral? Like, should I just walk away?
This can go left very quickly, you know? And in my head, it's like, I don't want this ass whooping to turn into a murder. And, I'm watching the news, and then somebody's like,
I could have done something about it.
Damn, I'm like, bro, I was there, bro. I seen those. I was talking right down the hall from those people. And so, I had something to protect me, so I felt like I was in my right to, I called the police. I dialed 911 and talked to the operator and told her, I got some public disturbance, and I told her, where we was at the exact location, and and they pulled up within minutes, bro. They pulled up within 2 minutes, bro. 2 police cars pulled up in 2 minutes, and. After I called the police, bro, I walked past. I made a mistake. I made a mistake.
Oh, yikes.
So I called the police, but when I called them, I walked past the room, and she was at the door begging him to get out. And as I'm walking past, I just didn't look at her. I just said, I called 12.
You just fucking, bro.
I just said, I called 12. I told her, like, I called 12. And this idiot, she's like, you called the police? Are they on the way? I'm like, bro, what? You acting like it's not an angry man in there with you. Like, yo.
yeah.
And so I'm like, as I'm walking down the stairs, the guy comes out the room. He comes out and he follows me downstairs, bro. Like, this was kind of a scary situation. Now, I had one in the head now.
Okay.
Before I even called the police, I cocked my, pop, just to make sure, it's ready, high and ready. And so he follows me downstairs, bro. And I'm like looking over my shoulder. He following me. Nigga got all black. He looked throwed off. So I'm like, he's following me. You know, he follows me all the way up to my car, bro. And he's like, is that you? Is that you who said you called the police? And I said, you talking to me? Nah, bro. I ain't called the police. I don't know what he talking about. No, he called the police. He went that way. I said, nah, somebody else called the police, man. They went that way. He walked off. But I had my hand on my, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're ready to roll.
Hey, no cap. And I really didn't want to do that, though. That's why I called myself, you know. I was explaining to my brother, you know, I was telling him the same story, and I was just saying, like, I would rather help. I heard one of the top dog snitches say Charleston White.
Bruh, that man is goofy, bruh.
He's a good interviewee, though. He's really good.
Yeah.
But I heard him say, you know, I want to save the person, you know, and I wanted to, like, save him from crashing out, basically. Like, you in there beating her up, bro. Like, what if you beat her up so bad you end up killing her?
Right.
Now you going to jail for, you looking at 20, 25, 30 years.
Oh, so that's an interesting perspective. So you're not just saving her, you're saving him from himself.
Yes.
Oh,
he's caught in his emotions, bro.
Right.
Like, he's finna crash out. He finna kill somebody. He finna do something he can't take back, and then be in there scratching his head like, wow, like, I wish I wouldn't have did that.
But in that instance, what is to stop him from getting out and just doing the same, like, bullshit to another girl, you know what I'm saying? Or that same girl, or get his revenge on that same girl. That's what I'm saying. I feel like you might be able to stop the, you know, what was going on then, but maybe you might not be able to change the person, you know what I'm saying? So it's like a short-term win, long-term, you know, it's iffy, you know what I'm saying?
It depends.
I mean, but a win's a win. I mean, that's like, regardless, you know, you stopped it from happening that night.
I mean, you're not winning at all. I mean, you're probably gaining karma points, but
yeah.
But it's a win for life.
Yeah,
in
no,
general.
yeah.
Like, you know,
like the morality.
It's just it's a win for the progression of life. Like, even if he doesn't learn, like, in that case, like, God put you in the place to protect both of them.
Right.
Like, I just so happen to be walking past.
Yeah.
Like, I could have been a cop walking past right now, and then, hey, stop moving, pull my gun out and shot you on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
And that would have been just some crazy, fucked up stuff right there. But, you know, I was a concerned citizen that called and potentially saved both of y'all lives.
100%.
And, you know, it's not only the right thing to do, but it's just I rather save more, you know, of my race out here, you know.
Yeah, 100%. Bro, I had a moment like that when I was on vacation.
Oh, no, that ain't good. Ain't never good.
And I was in Mexico, though. And we were talking off camera, me and him, by the way. We were talking about, like, the whole gun thing and shit like that, right? I was telling him that guns in Mexico are viewed way different than they are in here, right?
Definitely.
Over there, they're much more lenient with everything. You could bring that bitch into a fucking concert if you want to, bro. And nobody's gonna look at you weird. Everybody has one on them. And, like, you know, like, I was explaining to him that in Mexico, bro, sometimes they get all, like, lit as fuck, and then they'll start popping off in there, boom, boom, boom.
Just tweaking.
And nobody freaks out. Everybody's like, oh, yeah, that was lit. So, I know all this, right, in my head. And so, this might be a bitch out moment, you know. This might be a bitch out moment, and I'm going to explain why. So, we were, in Mexico. I was on vacation. I was with my girl, and then, like, all her family and some of our friends and shit. And we were in a more, like, rural area and shit. So, that's what, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It gets weird. The laws are shaky down there, as it is. So, now you're in a rural area, it gets weird. And there was this man yelling at his wife and shit like that. And she was, like, crying in the middle of a restaurant, by the way. I didn't even fucking...
In public.
In public, in the middle of a restaurant, the entrance of a fucking restaurant. But nobody else is doing nothing. Everybody's just walking by, minding their fucking business.
Don't even give a damn.
Yeah, and then I'm walking by, and I'm looking at this shit. I'm looking. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? I'm disgusted by what I'm seeing. And he, like, kind of, like, smacks her, like, hand, her arm. And I see this shit. I look at my girl. I'm like, yo, what the fuck, bro? I was like, yo, should I fucking... I told her, I'm like, yo, should I do something about it? She's like, yo, I don't know, bro. We're not in America, bro.
We're not home.
We're the cops could come help you right now, bro. This man, if you go up to him, you fucking square up to him, and you, like, you know, you punch him, or you do something, or you put your hands on him, he could pull out the gun. He
might kill you.
He'll kill you, and he'll probably get away with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I had to take my own life into consideration at that point. I'd be like, fuck, I really want to help this woman, bro. Like, she's like a woman. She's crying. She's obviously in distress. This man just fucking hit her arm, like, in public. You know what I'm saying? And I thought this to myself. I was like, there might be a reason why all these people are not even batting an eye to what the fuck. Because if this happened at the local Waffle House, bro, that shit, there's some cops there right away. Those fucking Waffle House employees might hop over the fucking
Definitely
bar
gonna be a white knight that's gonna pull
Yeah.
up and save the day.
But over there, I was like, you know what? Nah, I can't, bro. I can't risk my own life, bro. I'm sorry. I would love to help her, but you know what I'm saying?
If you know what I'm saying, end up catching catching what she was gonna catch.
Yeah. I mean,
Dude.
I was more than confident in, like, I could whoop his ass. Like,
That's never. It's always the unexpected, like a knife.
But
or
a gun,
gun.
bro.
His friends in the back. You don't even.
I
know
was
his
there in
friends.
beach shorts, bro. I had no weapon, bro.
He's a beach short.
Dude, I was chilling. I was on vacation. That man, he could have done some shit to me, bro.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. That was definitely a smart move because you weren't in your natural environment. You wouldn't have knew, like left from right. Nah, you made the right move with that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like snitching and all that. Like even like calling the cops and shit like that. It gets tricky for me. I never really tapped into that. I never really knew like what was the proper thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Because for us, especially like the topic of this podcast is like growing up on the North, you were always told, even though we are civilians, you know what I'm saying, we're not gang members. We were always told not to snitch. We were always telling like, yo, y'all better not fucking
snitch. Man, snitches get stitches.
Yeah, you'd always tell them that bullshit, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you come across some random shit, like, oh, it's like some drug dealer happened right in front of you and shit like that, they'll be like, yo, you better not fucking tell nobody like this.
Yeah, what did you see?
It was just the culture that we were brought up on. They instilled that into us, no snitching and shit like that. So I guess people of our generation got that shit kind of like, what do I do?
I think it stems from most likely the music as well.
Oh yeah,
it's definitely influenced from the music. It's just like a lot of people listening to this music all day, thinking they're somebody they're not.
It's crazy what's going on in Atlanta right now, bro, with the fucking music. Cause I think I was listening to a podcast. It might have been Academics, but he was saying that rappers nowadays are actually really scared to say certain shit in their songs because back then you couldn't use shit against them because it's just music. You know what I'm saying? They're just portraying some shit. They're just expressing themselves.
Art.
Yeah. But now, like, bro,
That's
like
why
especially with the Young Thug shit and the gun and shit, like, bro, the fucking judge is reading out his lyrics to the courtroom, like, you know what I'm saying? And they're using that shit as evidence, And now you get roped into that shit with a RICO case, bro. Literally. That shit, nah, bro, ain't no way.
See, the thing about that is, normally you can't. Even I might make a occasional song every now and then and say some things I don't do. But realistically, the real reason to that is, when you're a public figure and you're an artist, a musician, or any person with a face, like you have any sort of clout. Right. You can't rap about things you do. And the reason what's going on now in the music industry is really going crazy is because a lot of these music execs are targeting lower income areas and grabbing the rappers out of those areas. And those are areas.
Oh, okay. So do you think it's because that they know that they have gone through shit and then they'll rap about shit, so that's what people want to hear?
Of course. We already know what people want to hear.
Yeah, some gangster ass, cool ass shit.
Some gangster stuff.
But I'm a suburban fucking middle class dude.
I'm a regular guy who works at Google.
But I love hearing that shit.
And I love the rush it gives me.
100%, yeah.
And it's a cancer because it messes with the regular civilians, because these people actually do these things they rap about, and they get caught doing these things. So with the YSL case, all these things they rap about actually happen. So you can't rap about something that actually happened on 20 songs, and then you have 80 other songs that you expect them not to listen to and get lyrics out of. You have a song where you literally, the evidence that we have on you is parallel to the song. So why wouldn't we go 10 songs down the list on this album?
Yeah.
And hold on, he said he did this. He might have actually did this.
Yeah. Okay.
We need to analyze this guy because music is a window into not only what you do, but you as a person. Like, you rap about people that be in the rappers and stuff, they be in the studio for 12, 20, 30, 40 hours, man. They be living in the studio for real.
Right.
And these things they rap about is things that's going on, like XXXTentacion.
Mm-hmm.
He was going through a lot of emotional depression and stuff like that, and you can see it in his music. Like, he got some fire songs.
Oh, I love them, bro.
You know, like depression and sadness, and you can see when things are getting better in his life when he makes a happy song.
Yeah, shit, yeah.
You know, and it's like, it's a reflection of what's going on in your life. Not only about what you're doing, but like the emotional, you know, what you're going through emotionally, what you're going through spiritually. Like, especially with gospel music, what you're going through spiritually. Things like, so music conveys a lot of things. So he could be rapping about things he didn't do. But it's just like, once you do half the things you rap about, then we got to put a magnifying glass on the other things because we don't know what you did. Like, it might be some unsolved things we don't even know about that you rapping about. You know what I'm saying? So
100%, bro.
You shouldn't, if you were going to be a criminal, you can't be a celebrity and a criminal at the same time. It's impossible.
Yeah, I remember, I think I heard something about, I think it was the Migos, either manager or something like that. In QC, they said, like, yo, y'all got to choose. Like, y'all want to be a gangster, y'all want to be a rapper and shit like that. And it's like, yo, you want to choose these millions or you want to choose, like, what you rap about and shit like that. That's
you
true.
have to choose a lot. You have to pick a path. You can't walk down both paths. You can try. If you ever seen two hallways or two split path, you can try to walk sideways for like a few feet, but then you fall flat. You can't do both of them. You got to take the right side or the left. You got to take the red pill or the blue pill. And a lot of people are taking the blue pill and still trying to do both. And like Pooh Shiesty, you can't be the face of your record label, the next upcoming artist. You can't be the freshman. What is that?
The XXL.
The XXL freshman class. You can't be a part of the XXL freshman class on a magazine cover and go rob a guy right down the street in a drug deal in your green convertible Corvette. You can't do that, bro. Yeah. That's impossible. That doesn't even make any sense. Anyone with common sense would not do that. Like, you can't be a criminal and a good guy at the same time. You can't do both. The camera gonna catch your green car or catch you
license plate, everything.
Plate, and you're a celebrity, bro. Like,
people know what you look like.
Somebody paparazzi might catch you with the camera doing it. So
that ass.
So like, come on, we live in a day and age of social media. Somebody might have been recording you, like walking out the grocery store. People be everywhere, recognize you, bro. You're an upcoming artist. You're not even a major artist, but when he got locked up for what he got locked up for, he was an upcoming / major artist. So you can't ride the line. You can't try to do one and then do the other one and then sometimes go back to this one. It don't work like that, bro.
Yeah. You brought up a good thing, actually. You were talking about XXX, about his music, how you would, rap sad ones, happy ones, shit like that. It's crazy how music taps into everybody differently. You know what I'm saying? So some artists, like, you know how the famous saying, like, yo, this artist saved my life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I feel like it probably didn't save their life, but it holds some truth. Like, they're probably like, damn, their music, like, affected my life so much. Where it's like, damn, they had a fucking impact. For me, it was actually him, bro. When he died, bro, I'll never forget it. I was in Chipotle, bro. I was working Chipotle.
Yeah.
I had to go outside in the back, bro. I was over there, like, crying. I was like, no fucking way, bro. Because, like, I was going through some, like, traumatic shit at the moment. And then, like, I was listening to his music, and his music kind of, like, got me through that shit. I was like, damn, bro. That's,
depression and
all that shit, you know what I'm saying?
It's just related to you. Like, you hear the words and feel like he's talking to you.
Yeah, and then, like, I was actually explaining that same story to my girl, and then she was like, oh, that's crazy, bro. How can you, like, feel sadness to, like, a, celebrity or an artist that you never met or anything like that? They never had no direct impact. But I was like, damn, bro, like, that's not completely true. Like, they do it through their music, you know what I'm saying? They do it through what they portray. how they make you feel with what you're listening and shit like that.
What they
So
make
cool.
your soul feel.
Yeah, or like even Juice WRLD and all that shit. When or Mac, the music that they kind of pull out, like it's like damn. Even like Takeoff, bro. I was having a conversation with someone. Actually, I have a cool story to tell. It's not really cool. It's like kind of funny. We were talking about Takeoff, me and someone, and they were saying like, "Yo, I don't understand why they get upheld to this like pedestal." You know what I'm saying? Especially around here, the North. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do they get held up like that? You know what I'm saying? Why do people care about them so much and shit like that? And I responded, I was like, well, it's because they came from where we came from, bro. They're from, like, they lived in the same environment we came from. They're low income, like, Gwinnett, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they made it out. They hustled. They made it out. They made it big and shit like that. So I feel like they're a beacon of hope that, yo, you can make it out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? It might take some hard work. It might even take some luck, but it can happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, but like, y'all hold them up so high as if they did anything good for us, like for the community and shit like that. When do they ever come back and give back to like, the people or anything like that? They could easily do that. They could start their own charities here in Gwinnett and do that shit. I was like, I mean, they do it sometimes and like that, but like, you know what I'm saying? And like, he was just like, I mean, I'm just saying. And then, I didn't want to keep going back and forth on it. I was like, you know what? He'll think that.
He sounds like a hater. He sounds like
maybe. I was like, I let him think that, but I'll think what I want. I fuck with them. They're a beacon of hope for me. But what I got out of that was like, you know what? I think he was partly true. Like, I think more people can help other people, right? So it was approaching Christmas time, right? And I don't know if you've seen this, but there's like a homeless dude on Pleasant Hill.
Is he the one
Club
right
Drive.
there at the Shell gas station?
The Shell, that one.
With the damn tent right there?
Yes, him, bro. That's crazy.
Got his little speaker right there?
Yes, dude. Okay, so one time, bro, I go to work on that side of town, so I drive past him and shit like that. And it was one of these days that it was rainy, bro. It was pouring, and it was cold as bricks outside, bro. And I just felt so bad for him. I was like, damn, bro, like, he's really out here, like,
he out here in these
surviving,
streets, for
bro.
real.
He has no option and shit like that. I felt so bad, bro. I felt like almost crying. I was like, damn. So I was like, you know what? I'm in a position where I could probably help this man out, bro. I want to do something good for him. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I'm not gonna make this no video. You're not gonna catch me talking about it. And the only reason I'm talking about this right now is because it has like the ending is kind of weird. So, this was before Christmas, right? So I went to Walmart and I bought a bunch of shit. I'm not gonna say the amount, but I bought a good amount of shit, bro. A duffel bag full of like blankets, clothes. I did some research onto like what homeless people need the most. You know what I'm saying, especially around winter time. Bought them a bunch of shit. I even threw a pack of cigarettes in there, actually, some Newports in there.
Funny, just for morale.
Yeah, just for if you know what I'm saying. If you fuck with it, you fuck with it, right? And then like the next couple days, I drive by and I don't see him there. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Where'd he go? And it was like a solid 2 weeks, bro. I didn't see him until one day. I saw him there. And it was crazy because it was another rainy day and shit like that. And then I pull up into the Shell and I hop out the whip. It's fucking pouring, bro. Like, it's pouring. But I'm like, I have to give it to him, bro. I've been holding this fucking duffel bag full of shit for so long, bro.
Waiting for him.
Yeah, I was like, and I was so happy. I was like, yes, bro. I'm gonna make this man's day, bro. It's gonna be fucking awesome, bro. I'm finally doing something, for my community.
Exactly.
So I pull up on him. He's there with the radio and everything. I'm like, hey, excuse me, sir. And he like kind of cuts the radio. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh man. I was like, I came up with like good vibes and everything. I was like, yo, I've been looking for you for the past 2 weeks, man. Like, dude, I have this duffel bag full of stuff that I got for you, specifically for you, man. I see you out here, I'm trying to help you out. He's like, oh, you got like, clothes and blankets and stuff. I was like, yeah, that, and there's some other stuff. I got like toothpaste, some cigarettes in there.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I'm good, bro. I was like,
okay.
I was like, I thought I didn't hear him correctly. I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, oh, you don't want this? He's like, no, I'm good. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, well, I hope you have a good day. And he was like, you too, man. And I just get back in my car, and I sit there for like 3 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck? I got told that I'm good by a homeless dude. There was some good ass shit in there, bro. Some top quality.
Did you
shit,
take it
bro.
back?
No, I still have the duffel bag in my car to this day. I'm waiting till like I go to Atlanta or something and I see like another man there. But I never wanted to do it for clout or nothing. I never wanted to make a video out of it because I feel like that shit is when you start getting like a little weird.
There's nothing wrong with making a video out of it.
I don't know. True. But I feel like sometimes you can see through people's intentions.
Oh
like
yeah,
they,
no.
you know
Some
what I'm saying?
people
They want to
definitely
get like
yeah, I helped a homeless person. See,
yeah. But for me, I explain that to that person too. Like I like if it's gonna get you to do something good, film it, bro. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? As long as you have consent from the person you're filming, you know what I'm saying? If they don't want to be on camera, you know what I'm saying? Well, don't go pointing a camera at someone that doesn't want a camera on them.
Yeah, it's weird, bro.
So yeah, I was like, fuck it, man. At least I try to do something for my community. At least I tried being that person that man told me, like, there's not a lot of people out there. Well, here I am, bro. I tried doing something. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to give it to some homeless man somewhere out there,
Yeah, no, I always get back to it. Honestly, I get back to a particular homeless. I got a homeless friend, bro.
Oh, yeah?
I always see him on my side of town, man, over there in Lawrenceville, man. Sometimes I be seeing him tripping out. Yeah, man. The last time I seen him, it made me mad, bro. Because when I talk to him, I don't just talk to him about bullshit, bro. I tell him like a plan,
wisdom
bro.
shit.
Like on some real shit. I told him last time I talked to him, bro. I said, "How much money do you make every day doing this shit?" He was like, sometimes I give him money, sometimes I might give him a 10 or a 20. I'm like, sometimes I might give him a 10 or a 20, but for the most part, anytime I see a particular homeless man, I always help him out. And one day I seen him tweaking out, man. He kept saying something like meth. He kept saying meth or like crack. He just was screaming. He was screaming like crack.
Yeah.
And it was just like, bro, like he probably spent all his money to get that drug. And it was just like, it made me mad because, every time I talk to him, I give him advice. I give him life advice. Like, I asked him how much money do you make, bro, every day doing this? And he said, sometimes he might make 10, 15, 30, 40, $100 plus. I'm like, damn, you're making more than a lot of people out here.
Yeah, bro.
And I told him, bro, because within the last few years, I bought some lawnmowers for an investment, like, a pallet of lawnmowers. And I was telling him, like, bro, like, if you save up enough money, and he told me a guy offered me a landscaping job, and, I've been thinking about it. I said, what are you thinking about? What are you thinking about, bro? You don't have no job, bro.
So at that point, you would assume, like, his homelessness is as a choice at that point.
He be saying, every now and then, he'd say some weird stuff. He was telling me, like, yeah, I got this girl, man. She wants me bad, bro. Like, she wants me to come stay with her. I'm like, okay, well, why you out here then? What you doing out here?
That sounds nice.
Sometimes I can tell when he capping, like.
Yeah.
So he was telling me about the landscaping job, and I'm like, bro, it don't matter. He said he'd pay him $60 a day. I'm like, okay, that's modern day slavery, but do it, bro. Do it. That's guaranteed $60 a day. I said, if you come to me, I'll give you a lawnmower for $100, $150. That's 2 days worth of work, bro. You can work 5 days. If anything, you homeless, bro. You can work 7 days a week, but they're probably not open 7 days a week.
Yeah, honey.
But you need to be working every day you can available. And I told him I'll give you a lawnmower, bro. I'll give you a lawnmower. And then I said, then you can charge $100 plus. You can charge the same thing that guy's charging. He gonna give you all the tools necessary to do the job, and you gonna learn on the job. It's like you a landscaping intern.
Yeah.
And then you can buy those same tools he taught you how to use. Save up, get an $800, $900 beat up Tacoma that you don't got to get emissions on every year. Get you an 89, a 90, a 92, or a 93, and then do landscaping. And I gave him that plan, and I said, man, as long as you execute that, I'll help you. As long as you help yourself. That's what I told him. Like, I'll help you, bro. And then that was before I seen him tweaking out on the drugs. I was like, bro, it's discouraging, bro. I want to help you.
Yeah, a lot of times you want to help people, they don't want to help themselves. So at that point, it's just like, all right, well, I did my part, right? I did my moral, like, what I consider my moral obligation to myself to, like, spit some wisdom. It's the least I can do. It's free.
Literally.
And, if they don't take it, then they don't take it. Bro.
God only going to give them so many chances.
Yeah.
He only going to be so nice to you.
Yeah. Fuck it, I say we wrap it up there, bro. This is actually, I think, my longest podcast to date, bro. We definitely gonna get you back on here, bro. You're actually a really good fucking.
Oh yeah, no,
we out
that's
here
what's
for
up.
real, bro. No cap. We
Straight
represent
from the north.
for the
Straight
north,
from
baby.
3400. You already know what's going on.
All right, baby. We're fucking out. N85 podcast again. Tune in every Monday. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year.
Yes,
That's
sir.
my goal.
Stop
And we're gonna
playing.
fucking reach it, bro.
We gonna do
TikTok, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all of it. 5 stars. Let's go. We out. Boom.
T25. We out.